Hello guys and welcome back to the EGL Open. My name is Tony and I'm here with Rel, the original duo if you like. I'm touching his leg in a very inappropriate way.
It's getting close.
You can't see
Tony,
it, but
stop it.
It's very, very inappropriate. But I'm excited to be here with you, man. That's why. That's the only reason I'm touching your leg.
It's EGL. It's where it all began. It's the home, the unofficial home of competitive Call of Duty.
The Crucible.
The Crucible, that's amazing.
That's what he calls it.
I love it. But yes, we are continuing. We're actually going into the lower bracket now.
Yeah.
So both of these teams have already played a series at the event, and both have unfortunately lost. The loser of this series is going to be eliminated.
Yeah.
And we have Riot going head-to-head with Team Emily Jones.
Interesting team name.
Interesting team name indeed. Emily Jones consists of Stace, Pato, Morgs and Hauppauge, and they're going up against Riot, Louis, Zerg, Mimo and Rampage. Seeding wise, Riot 8th seed already in the lower bracket.
Wow, that's a bad time to be in the
lower
bracket already. If you're 8th seed, you should really be going on and, and you know, advancing on the tournament, especially being the losers bracket this early, not the early bracket, this losers. But, you know, going up against this team, they're going to expect the win, as far as I'm aware. This is pretty much a fun pickup team for the event. Although, you know, don't get me wrong, Morgs is easily the best girl player ever. And this is not being sexist or anything like that, but she's just easily the best female player in the scene, or was at the time.
Well, we'll see if she'll be able to produce anything here, and if the 19th seed of Team Emily Jones will be able to pull anything out of the bag. Really unfortunate for Riot, actually. They were tipped to be one of the favourites, maybe not to actually take the event, but certainly perform really well and go very far. But they went head-to-head with Barrage Youth straight away, and this was kind of the downfall, really. Quite unfortunate bracket fixture for them to begin with, because Barrage Youth are an incredibly strong team.
Yeah, and it is always sometimes the look of the draw, but still, 8th seed, you want to be going in every single game and thinking you can do pretty well. So, unfortunately for them, they did go up against a good squad in the Barrage Youth team, but, you know, they're going to have to battle through the losers bracket. It can be done. I mean, the classic example I always use is EGL 4.
I always think of it as well.
First game, they lost their very first game and they made it all the way to the grand finals, all the way through the losers bracket.
Yeah, and sometimes it can work in your favour because you're just constantly playing. You've got you warmed up effectively throughout, you're getting regular practice, and then you're going up against someone who's maybe had quite a few hours gap before actually setting into the game. Team Emily Jones, they actually lost to Team Vague, 46th seed as well. So both these higher seeded teams have lost to the lower seeded teams, which is quite interesting. Don't usually see that this early on.
Yeah, I think it was a surprise maybe to see Team Emily Jones that high seeded, and that's potentially why, you know, they have actually gotten knocked down quite early on. We're going to get in the game as soon as possible. I do believe, actually, have we got the teams ready, or they're actually both in a free-for-all?
They are warming up. They're getting the fingers limber for this matchup, or thumbs rather. So you don't really control those thumbsticks with the fingers. Yeah, they're getting the thumbs limbered up.
I mean, the fingers are definitely used.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great event so far. We've kind of touched on this. There's very reminiscent competitive gameplay going down on Call of Duty 4 earlier. And, and unfortunately,
man, don't even get me started about this game before, because now Brycey is going to go on about how much he beat me on COD 4.
I'm sorry about interrupting here, Tony, but I've just seen Gucci bench pressing Rez.
No, he is. As far as I'm aware, there's going to be a nice little video coming out from Deserto. I do believe Alex Gooch is doing it. How to stay fit at LAN video.
That's it. Well, it's important. We all want to keep
it's very important. You know, you need to keep yourself in tip-top shape, and you know, let's talk about Gucci for a while.
Oh, the hero.
I've missed Gucci.
Everybody's missed Gucci. I'm just waiting.
He is, he's wedge now, like, isn't he? He's a big lad.
Yeah, and is active referee, I suppose you could say, for the whole event. And yeah, I can't wait for this video. It's going to be funny. On the screen, though, you can see the Riot boys there, and they are also going to be warming up. And I've got to say, Riot definitely favourites going into this.
Oh yeah, absolutely, undoubtedly. There's no way they should be losing this game. As soon as we get into it, we'll show you why. I think, you know, they're a good squad. I mean, top 8 seed really says it all. Yeah. Although, you know, I said they did have a very hard opening game, which is why they find themselves in this position. But going up against this other team here, I think, you know, they've got to be looking at that thinking, right, we can take this one. I
mean, they lost 3-1 to Barrage Youth, and they were getting a lot of criticism. I was actually watching the game, and a lot of people were saying, you know, online team, and I saw the old indirect tweets from Rez flying out as well, as he does. Really? Insinuating that it was just online performances. But they did take a map off Barrage Youth, and I know that some of them were quite close. I have no reservations in saying they're probably going to advance quite far through the lower bracket. I think Riot are actually going to do really well from here on in.
I think this is the thing, sorry to interrupt, when you have teams who haven't signed up necessarily very quickly, and then they don't get seeded, etc. So I think, you know, when you've got teams like that Barrage team coming in, and then specifically Millennium, That team coming in as well, not getting, as far as I'm aware, didn't get a seed coming into this. So, I mean, that's going to mix things up for everyone as well.
Yep.
But, you know, at the end of the day, the best team will win the event.
Oh, that's it. You've got to beat the best to be the best. So we will see where it all ends. It is going to be the final Advanced Warfare competitive event. And then we're going to be moving on to Black Ops 3. It's going to be a big year ahead of us. A lot of stuff to actually bring to the scene. So very excited for that to kick off as well. But, I mean, it's a hard one to call this, Tony. I was discussing this with Stealth on the cast. Well, not this particular game, as in the eventual winner of the event. It's difficult to call this one.
I mean, I'm going to say Infused.
Well, this is it. So the past 2 EGLs, Epsilon won, but the 2 before then, Infused won back-to-back. So, interestingly, I don't know if you know this, the most frequent winner of EGL events.
Oh, no, I know it. It's Beastport Josh, isn't it?
It's Fnatic MSI. So they took the first event.
I thought you were talking about players themselves.
Oh, no, possibly. I don't know that statistic.
I'm sure it's Josh.
It could be, very well could be. But Fnatic MSI have 3 under the belt. The first event, the 3rd and the 4th. And since then, we didn't really hear much from them. Obviously, there's not competitive Fnatic MSI org, Call of Duty org. But yeah, they've got 3. There's a few with 2.
I think they've got their fingers into the pies at the minute. To be honest with you. But, you know,
so
I said, it'll be an interesting title to take away. I mean, so in that case, Infused or... Well, only Infused, obviously, because there's no Epsilon team here, so Infused could potentially take that title away.
Exactly.
From Fnatic of winning the EGL event. So we'll see what happens over the weekend, but I think Infused have got a very, very good chance.
All right, well, we are going to try and get this game started as soon as possible. Before then, though, we are going to go to a very quick commercial break, and we'll bring you all the action as soon as we can. Don't go anywhere.